go. Perfect. Morning, morning. Lovely to see you. Okay. There's no yoga next week before I forget, so no yoga next week. But I was talking to, I've called this kind of little series of ones throughout this month, Joyful June, Joyful June. The sun is coming out, people are smiling, barbecues are being fired up, summer is coming, and it's the summer solstice on the 21st. So I thought I would celebrate this change in season with some Joyful June. And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who comes to yoga, and she'd been to London for the weekend. She used to live in London. And she came back and said, it was really strange. Nobody smiled at you. I realised that I've been living down here for far too long where everyone smiles at one another. I thought, oh, flipping heck, do we? But compared with London, she said, nobody smiles. You don't make eye contact, head down, get on. Everyone seems to be in a rush. And it made me think of a very funny little article I'd read in the paper recently, saying that smiling makes you 7 times more attractive than if you have Botox or fillers. So they've done this little survey of people and rated their attractiveness on a scale of 1 to 7. And so they got some people before they'd had Botox and then after they'd had Botox, and their attractiveness rating only went up 0.07%. They showed a different group of people who were just smiling, and their attractiveness rating went up almost 7 times higher than if they'd had the Botox or the fillers. So smiling actually makes us more attractive rather than having to have needles and things put in our face. No judgment if you have, but there we go. And I did some research on smiling. So from an evolutionary sense, it was done initially with anthropologists think that initially, like monkeys, when they seem to smile, they're actually grimacing and showing their teeth to ward off enemies. So they think that smiling was first almost like a growl. And then it later developed that it was almost like that small talk, that way of sussing out whether the person that you're sitting opposite or standing next to is actually someone you want to wish to continue to communicate with. They smile back. If so, that person is deemed safe in our brain. And the phrase fake it till you make it, you might have heard that if you're feeling a bit miserable, if you smile, it actually makes you feel better. There is some science behind it. Apparently, when we smile, we activate our facial muscles, obviously, to lift our mouth. And those facial muscles being activated send messages to our brain, which activate the reward and endorphin parts of our brain, our feel-good hormones. So, fake it till you make it works. Apparently, you can get the same effect holding a pencil between your teeth. Try it later. And this is the funniest one. I'll leave you with this before we start with our Joyful June practice. There are health benefits to smiling. Reduces anxiety, lowers your blood pressure and your heart rate. Listen to this. The happiness level that a smile can bring to your brain is estimated as equivalent to that of having 2,000 bars of chocolate or winning £16,000. You just have to smile, team. And on that note, it's damn sight cheaper than 2,000 bars of chocolate in lots of ways as well. Let's start by lying down today. Oh, I thought that was funny. Joyful June. Let's hug those knees in. Maybe have a little rock from side to side. Maybe a little massage of your back against the floor. So on a serious note, in this Joyful June, it really is about doing what makes us feel good in our practice. What makes us internally or externally smile. When you bring your feet down to the floor, maybe your back says, oh, you know what, I want to keep my knees bent, my feet on the floor today. That gives me more support rather than stretching the legs out. And some backs just really don't like that. So again, right from the get-go, do something to ease your way into your practice that feels good for your body. Closing down the eyes for a moment, just begin to allow the body to come to that safe space, marking the beginning of the time that you carved out for yourself. And I read a lovely quote from the Dalai Lama about smiling. A simple smile, that's the start of opening your heart and being compassionate to others. And I think we've all been in a situation where maybe we're having a rotten day. And simply to bump into someone we know or even a stranger and have them smile at us, we instantly smile back. We feel better. It's that connection with someone. Allowing our bodies to guide us through a practice today towards poses that help us to feel good, to help us connect with ourselves, rather than making our practice into something punitive or forced. So as you begin to deepen and lengthen your breath, allowing all of those places that your body is in contact with the floor beneath you to begin to soften, to relax, to let go of the week thus far. Open yourself up to your practice this morning. Open hearts, open minds as we just open up the body into a lovely full body stretch to begin with, reaching the arms back above the head, stretching out the legs, just rolling out wrists and ankles, beginning to warm up. Sun's coming out, lifts the spirits as you change direction, hopefully making us feel a little bit better. Because we want to go outside, connect with others, which in winter sometimes we just want to hunker down, to in our own little nests, as it were. Take one big deep breath into that full body stretch. And as you release, let's bring the arms all the way down by the side of the body. Walk your feet closer in towards your bottom. So the knees are bent, we've got the feet on the floor. Lovely. We're going to take the arms all the way back above the head, just like we've just done. But this time as you lower the arms, we're going to press into the feet and start to lift the hips up into a gentle shoulder bridge. So as we inhale, we lower the hips, we reach the arms all the way back above the head. And as you exhale, we spread the hands wide as you bring the palms down and the hips up. Just continuing now to move with the breath, rolling up and down the spine, lengthening out through the side body. Let's do that a couple more times. Little squeeze of your bottom as you lift the hips up to give that support, keeping the front of the pelvis nice and square towards the ceiling. Lovely. The next time that you have your hips down and the arms reaching back above the head, we're going to pause. And then go ahead and bring your right knee up and in towards the chest. Just maybe just have a little rock of the knee from side to side there, just opening up into the hip. And lots of options today, again, so we can pause where it feels good for our body. So maybe you just want to pull that knee gently over to the right and stay there, knee is bent. We'll come into a half happy baby, taking the sole of that right foot towards the ceiling. You can hold behind your thigh, behind your calf, or some of you might be able to take hold of your foot and gently bring that knee down towards the outside edge of the body, almost like you want to bring it down towards your armpit. Now, if you've got hold of your foot, as you inhale, think about pushing your foot into your hand. And as you exhale, release the pressure. See if you can draw that knee down. So as you inhale, you push up into your hand, resist, and then exhale, release. We'll do that one more time. So that little forceful push up, and then the drawing of that knee down towards your armpit. That's it. And then bringing the knee back towards your chest. Hold on around the back of the leg this time, extending the leg up towards the ceiling. Into a hamstring stretch, we'll flex the foot, take an inhale. And as you exhale, let the knee bend. Heel comes to your bottom. So as you inhale, we kick the leg up towards the ceiling, flex the foot. And then exhale, release. This next time, let's hold the leg extended there, pointing and flexing the foot. Really making sure you've not lifted that right sit bone up off the floor. And then keeping the foot flexed, the left hand's going to come to the outside of that leg, Just draw it across the body into a little outer thigh stretch. See if you can keep the leg nice and straight. And then back to center. Catch the leg from underneath as you open it out to the right. Maybe let that left knee roll over. Inhale to center. Exhale, it comes across the body, left hand guiding it across. Back to center as you inhale. And exhale, we'll open it out to the side. Lovely, coming all the way back through center. Now I'm going to repeat that little ditty or extend that left leg out along the mat. Left hand on the outside of the leg. We're going to bring the leg across the body into that little twist. And back to the center. Left hand on left hip this time. Gently pressing it down as you open that leg out to the side. So trying to make sure that the back of the hips stay square on the mat there. Back to center. We're going to hold in that twist. So as you bring the leg across the body, maybe you bend that top leg. Maybe you bend both legs, stacking the knees on top of each other. If you've got both legs straight, you might slide this left hand down towards your right shin or ankle. Again, maybe you just stay here, enjoying that stretch in the outer thigh. If you want a little bit more, that little cat's tail, this left leg, the leg that's in front of you, you're going to bend the knee and just bring your heel up towards your bottom. So the underneath leg is bent. Your right hand might reach down towards that left foot. Some of you might be able to take hold of the foot with your right hand. Lift that top hip. So think about stretching that top hip away from you. A little bit of space underneath your waist there. Lovely. You can't catch your foot, it's okay. It's still there. Slowly release. Let's bend both knees. Bring them back up and in towards the chest. With one hand on each knee, just have a little circle off of the knees. And we'll bring the right foot down to the floor. Let's try that on the other side. So it might feel different. So again, taking those options that feel good as you just rock that left knee this time from side to side. This side might feel completely different. So you might want to adjust your practice. It starts here as you draw that knee out to the left and pause. Maybe you stay there. Or kicking the sole of the foot up towards the sky. It's that half happy baby. Some of you might be able to catch your foot. Some of you might just hold behind the leg. Entirely up to you. So again, if you've got your foot, as you inhale, you push the foot up in towards your hand. And as you exhale, you resist. We're going to do that twice more, that pushing up, up, up. And then release down. Let's do that one more time. Pushing up into your hand. And then drawing the knee down. Pause there, knee drawing down towards your armpit. And then bringing that knee towards your chest, holding on around the back of the thighs. You take that leg up towards the ceiling, into that hamstring stretch. Flex foot as you inhale. And then exhale, we let the knee bend. The heel drops. Inhale, take the leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release. This next time, keeping the leg up towards the ceiling. Just point and flex your foot there. So again, opening up some space in the back of the leg. And then with a flexed foot, using the right hand this time, we'll bring the leg across the body. It's that little outer thigh stretch. Leg is straight, back to center. Then we catch the leg from underneath. And we let that leg roll out to the left. Maybe that right knee rolls open too. We come back to center. We do that one more time, only moving as far as back and legs feel comfortable today. Inner thigh stretch as you catch underneath. Lovely, coming back to center. Now maybe you stay there and repeat it, or sliding that right leg out in front of you. Again, using the right hand, we bring the leg across the body. It's that little twist. We come back to center. Right hand on the top of your right hip, gently pressing down as you take that leg out to the left. Really kick out through the heel. Feel that lovely stretch in the inner thigh. Back to center. We're going to hold in this twist to the right. So again, you can bend that top knee. You can bend both knees. You can have both legs straight and slide that right hand a little closer down towards your foot. You can bend your right knee this time, heel to bottom. Maybe left hand simply reaches towards the foot. Maybe you can take hold of your foot. And try and find that space beneath your waist, lifting the top hip ever so slightly. Opening up across the shoulders. That little cat's tail twist. Slowly release it, bend both knees, rolling onto your back. And again, maybe just have a little rock or roll from side to side. Finding your way up to seated. I'm going to sit cross-legged, but again, whatever feels good. You can pop something underneath your bottom if that feels good. Let's bring the hands onto the knees. We start with our seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, we're going to arch the back, lifting the chin away from the chest. And then exhale, rounding back. Lovely. So rocking forward slightly as you open the front body and then rocking backwards as you stretch between the shoulder blades. Have a little play back and forth. Again, you can do this with the feet extended in front of you, legs extended in front of you. Let's do that one more time. Just getting the spine moving. And then moving a little lower down to the hips, we'll start to circle the body round. Circling round. Yeah. Maybe you close down the eyes here. Maybe it's a small movement if that feels better for your body today. Then again, we'll change direction. So again, we'll bring the chest forwards. Lovely. And then from there, coming all the way back up, and we'll straighten both legs out in front of you. Sweeping the arms up towards the sky, take an inhale. And as you exhale, we'll fold down over the legs. Now see if you can keep your arms by your ears as you rise all the way back up. Use the core as you inhale. Exhale, hands come behind you, up onto your fingertips. Lifting the chest, gentle arch of the spine as you inhale. And release. Reaching up, inhale and again. Exhale, we come forwards and down. Upper arms by the ears as you reach all the way back up towards the sky. And then swim the hands behind you, fingertips to floor, lifting the chest, breath in. And breathing out, release. Lovely, one more time. This time we're coming and holding in that forward fold. So you can soften your knees, you can bend your knees, and just really wrap the arms around the back of the thighs if that feels good. Alternatively, just make sure that the back of the knees are a little bit soft if you've got the legs straight out in front of you. Slowly walking or sliding the hands back up towards you, bringing that right foot to the floor, bending the knee. Cross right leg over left. Maybe you stay here, or bend that left knee so you're sitting between your heels. Lovely. We're going to twist to the right, so scooping that knee in towards you with your left hand. That little twist, maybe a look over your right shoulder there. Just making sure you're not lifting your sit bone off the floor. So pressing into that right sit bone. And maybe you just want to stay here. That hand supporting you, or we're going to reach the right arm up. And we reach across on the diagonal, so over the top of that. Reaching back behind you as you inhale. And exhale over the top. Lovely. One more time. Stretch all the way down the side of the body. Beautiful. Coming all the way back. Now, maybe you just want to switch legs over, or a little bit of fun. If you've got both legs bent, you're going to bring both hands over to the left side of your mat. Okay. Pick up the hips. Going to turn to the left. Keep turning all the way back behind you, so you're twizzling on your feet. You're facing right. And then when you sit all the way back down, facing front, you should have your left knee bent in towards you. Yay! If not, swap them over now. Have a giggle. So this time your right elbow is hugging that knee in. I'm impressed, team. my disco legs. So again, maybe you want to lift that left arm up and it reaches across on the diagonal. Inhale as you reach back behind you. And exhale, we come over the top. Little bit of fun. One more time. You've got one more chance to try, team. Beautiful. So again, if you want to have a little play, both hands to the right side of the mat. So we can only twizzle one way. You're going to pick up the hips, spin on your feet, so you're turning all the way behind you. You're facing left, and when you sit down, you should have your right leg in front. Yay! Give the legs a shake and find your way round onto all fours. I didn't want you to feel disappointed if you've not managed it the first time. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spreading those hands nice and wide. Let's try this cat-cows again. Maybe more space here to open up in the chest as you inhale and arch the back. And then rounding as you exhale, maybe closing down the eyes here. So again, you can get that lovely rippling back and forth along the spine. Pressing into your hands. Even when the chest comes forwards, we're not sinking into the shoulders. Lovely. Now coming to your tabletop, it's going to push your hips to the right and maybe look over your right shoulder like you're wagging a tail. We come back to center. And then you do that in the other direction. So have that little lateral movement through the spine from side to side, just that little wag of the tail. Again, maybe it feels more than enough for your back, or as you come to center, we're going to lift the knees so the bottom doesn't shoot up towards the ceiling, the hips and the bum stay low. You spin your knees to the right, we come back to center, and then you spin your knees to the left. Do one more each way, so feel free to keep your knees down and just do that little wag of your tail. Lovely. Lowering the knees, flattening out the feet. Inhale as you lift your chest. Exhale, round the spine, and this time bring your right knee in towards your chest, arching the back. Taking the toes up towards the sky as you inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to dip the body forwards, elbows bend, nose comes down towards the floor, as far down as you wish. Straighten the arms as you inhale, and exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Inhale, toes lift. Exhale, we do that little dip, elbows close to the body. Straightening the arms as you inhale. And exhale, squeezing that knee in twice more. So you decide what feels good as to how deeply you bend your elbows. Maybe it's just a little softening. Maybe you're bringing those closer towards the floor in front of your fingers. Let's do that one more time. This next time, come all the way up. Bring that knee in towards your chest. Pause. Now extend the right leg all the way back behind you. Straight leg, toes tap down. We're just going to rock back and forth over your toes. Lovely. Then picking up your right foot, you're going to cross it over your left foot. Again, have that little peep over your left shoulder, pushing the right heel away from you. And then as you come back to center, pick up the right foot once more. This time we'll swing it out to the right, all the way to the top of the mat, to the outside of your right hand. Give it a hand if it doesn't get there. Coming up onto your fingertips, let the hips sink, chest lifts as you inhale. And as you exhale, we rock back into that hamstring stretch. So inhale, chest comes forwards, hips drop, and then rocking back. So again, maybe there's a softness in the front knee. Let's do that one more time. And bringing the hands flat to the floor, the front knee bent. You're going to take that right leg all the way back behind you, toes to the floor, leg is straight. Maybe you stay there, rocking back and forth, or tuck the left foot under. Lift the hips into a downward dog. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent. You're pressing the right heel towards the floor. come into that downward dog, feet underneath the hips. Maybe pedaling out through the legs there. Bending one knee and then the other. Now knowing you can come straight down to all fours or come forwards to plank, pulling the body forwards. And then knees down, chest down. Hands nice and wide off the mat, up onto your fingertips, elbows are high. As you inhale, we lift the chest and maybe look over your right shoulder, a little twist. And then lower all the way down. Inhaling, look over your left shoulder as you lift the chest. And all the way down. One more each way. If you don't like that little twist through the spine, keep the gaze forwards. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push up to all fours. And bottom to heels, coming into that child pose, arms stretched out in front of you. Maybe you just want to relax here. Elbows, palms on the floor, or coming up onto your fingertips, so elbows and palms are lifted. Press into your fingertips. We lift the chest, look forwards, top of the mat as you inhale, and then exhale, let the chest sink. Twice more, that little lift up of your chest, away from your thighs, and then release. Lovely, one more time. Finding that child pose now, maybe letting the hands and the arms relax as you take a moment to stretch out through the whole body. Now keep the body low. We're just going to slide the arms back behind you. Arms are up towards the sky. And then lifting your chest away from the thighs. See if you can bring your palms flat to the floor. Fingertips point forwards. We lift and open the chest. A roll of the shoulder blades together as you look up towards the ceiling. And then release. Bringing the hands down in front of the knees. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips into a little forward fold at the back of the mat. Catching your elbows. Just have a cradle of the elbows. A rock gently from side to side, perhaps. Then let those arms dangle as you roll your way up to stand, circling the arms out and up when you get there. Big breath in. And hands to heart. Okay, keeping the hands at the heart and the gaze forwards rather than down. Pick up your right foot. Right heel touches your left toes. And we step forwards like you're on a tightrope. Left foot, heel to toe. Right foot, heel to toe, looking forwards, not down. We're making our way towards the top of the mat. And when you get to the top of the mat, separate the feet. Sweep the arms all the way up as you inhale. So it's like you're walking on a tightrope. Exhale, we fold. This time we lift into our flat backs as you inhale. And exhale, fold back down. Lovely. Coming all the way back up, sweeping the arms out and up. Hands to heart. We're going to come back the way we came. So right foot this time, toe to heel. Left foot, toe to heel. So you're walking backwards on that tightrope. Really good for our proprioception, that awareness of where our body is in space. And when you get to the back of the mat, separate the feet. Sweep the arms up. If you want to be really challenged, do that with your eyes closed. Come all the way down into that forward fold. Lifting up halfway. And as you exhale, patting the hands forwards, dropping down onto all fours and flattening out your feet. Inhale as you arch your back, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, left knee comes up this time. Inhale as you take the toes up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we take that little dip forwards, elbows bent. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, rounding the mat, nose to knee. And again, inhale, lifting the toes. That little dip forwards. So you're bringing your nose beyond your fingertips. We straighten the arms. And then round it twice more. So if you don't want to dip the elbows very much, maybe it's just a tiny micro bend rather than that low dip down towards the floor. Knee to chest, last time. Bringing that knee to your nose, we're going to pause. Left leg comes straight back behind you this time, tapping the toes down. Just roll back and forth a couple of times over the toes. And then picking up your left foot, we're going to cross it over your right foot. Push the heel away, really firm up through your belly there so you're not overarching the back as you look over that right shoulder. And we'll pick up the left foot, swing or help it to the top of the mat, the outside of your left hand this time. That's it, give it a hand if it doesn't quite get there. Coming up onto your fingertips, we let the hips sink as you inhale, and then exhale, we move the hips back. Lovely, inhale, front knee bends, the hips sink, and then exhale, we pull the hips back. Lovely, one more time. Lovely, this time let's come forwards, take that left leg all the way back behind you. Leg is straight, option to stay there, roll back and forth, or that wonky dog, lifting the hips, left leg is straight this time, you're pushing the heel towards the floor. And then into that downward dog, again, feet underneath your hips there, maybe again now you have that little pedaling out through the feet. Again, knowing you can drop straight to all fours or inhale, pull the body forwards to plank. Knees lifted or lowered, you decide as you come down onto your tummy. Flattening out the feet, maybe keeping the hands close to your shoulders this time as you rise up through cobra, or take them wide. Maybe take sphinx, lower all the way down. Twice more, so again, if you're coming up in that cobra, elbows close to the body, just like we did when we were doing that little dip towards the floor. One more time. And release. Lovely, pushing back all fours. Bottom to heels in that child pose. This time let's take the hands over to the right side of your mat. Hips move a little ways to the left. Maybe stacking left hand on top of right hand as you drop the left shoulder. Feel that nice stretch all the way down the left side of the body there, pulling the hip back towards your heel. Beautiful. And then we'll just swap sides over. This time we're coming over to the left side with your hands, maybe right hand on top of left hand, gently drawing the right hip back this time. And then bringing both hands in front of you, back into that child pose. And again, keeping the chest over your thighs, just reach the arms back behind you. Palms are up towards the ceiling as you reach fingertips towards your toes. Lifting the chest, bringing those palms flat to the floor. Fingertips point forwards. Maybe you just arch the back, lift the chest. Maybe you lift the hips, pushing them away from your heels. We're looking up rather than back. Slowly lower the hips. Bring the hands in front of the knees. Tuck the toes, come into that forward fold, back of the mat. As you cradle your elbows, maybe swap the arms over. Always kind of tend to have the same arm on top. So just swap the arms over. And then letting those arms dangle, let's roll our way up, circling the arms all the way up towards the sky. And bringing the hands down to the heart. Lovely, I need to find a little bit more space there. So maybe you do that little tightrope walk, toe to heel towards the top of your mat. Or a little bit more challenging, you're going to pick up your right knee. And taking that right leg back into your warrior three. Chest comes forward. Remember, you can use the floor, right knee to chest. We step the right foot forwards. Left knee comes up. And again, you find your warrior three. So we're making our way to the top of the mat. knee to chest. Foot to floor. Let's do one more each leg. Right knee comes up. Extend the leg back behind you. Maybe tap the toes down. Lovely. Knee to chest. And release. Last time with that left knee coming up. Finding your warrior three. Whoops, they're falling down today. Woo, we also knee to chest. I'm so worried about knocking myself out on this chest of drawers. Bring the hands all the way down and the legs underneath you. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale, we fold, avoiding furniture and lifting up halfway. And folding back in. Exhale, rising on up. And hands to heart. So we should be at the top of the mat. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, we fold. So again, bend those knees as much as you need to. Rising up as you inhale. And exhale, we fold. Lovely. Rising up. And hands to heart. We're going to add on this next time. So sweeping the arms up. Coming down into your fold. Lifting up. And this time we're going to step your right leg back behind you, spinning your heel in, toes out, ready for our warrior two. So when you're ready, we rise on up. So the left knee is bent, arms out nice and long. Lovely. So you've got your right leg back behind you. Just straighten the legs and bring both hands to your heart, taking that inhale. And as you exhale back into your warrior two, we bend the front knee. Lovely. Inhaling, hands to heart. And exhale to bend. Now you've got the option to stay here or hands coming to heart. You're going to bend the back knee. So you're bending over that right knee and then back into your warrior. Lovely. So as you inhale, you lift the toes. Left leg is straight, right knee bent. And then all the way back. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. So remember, you can keep both legs straight. Coming into your warrior two, we'll pause. Left arm reaches up and back as you inhale. Left hand or forearm to that front thigh. Top arm up and over. Lovely. We'll do that one more time. We're reaching up and back. And this time, maybe your left hand comes down a little lower towards your shin. Your ankle maybe, before we reach all the way up and back, or not. Let's cartwheel both hands down, framing the front foot, little pivot on that back foot. Left arm reaches up into that twist as you inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, we meet in downward dog, or all fours. Option to flow forwards to plank as you inhale. And exhale, we lower down onto your tummy. Find your cobra or maybe an upward dog if that feels good. We meet in downward facing dog. Hips nice and high. Now you decide you can walk your feet to the top of the mat or bend the knees, look forwards and maybe have a little hop or a series of hops. Coming into your flat back as you inhale, whatever floats your boat. Exhale, we fold. Let's rise on up. And hands to heart. So we're going to try that little ditty with the left leg leading this time. We're reaching the arms up. And we come all the way down. Lovely, into your flat back. Left foot this time, you're going to slide or step it back. Heel in. Just walk that right foot to the middle of your mat there. And then we find that lovely warrior two, nice and stable through the legs, front knee bent. Lovely. So option one, we're just going to straighten the legs, hands to hearts. We take that inhale and exhale back into that warrior. Lovely. We'll do that one more time, seeing how that feels. This might be more than enough. Or as you inhale, you're going to bend that left knee. So you're sending the hips back and then back into your warrior. Lovely. So inhaling, maybe bending that back knee or not. And then back into your warrior. Maybe just keeping both legs straight, hands to heart. One more. And exhale, let's meet in that warrior two, right arm reaching up and back. Inhale. Exhale, hand or forearm to thigh. Top arm up and over. Lovely, one more time. Maybe this right hand comes down a little lower or not. Let's reach all the way up and back one last time. And then that big wimble, both hands framing the front foot, little pivot on the back foot. And find that twist, right arm reaches up as you inhale. And as you exhale, we meet in downward dog or straight to all fours. Last time, maybe you flow to plank with me as you inhale and come down onto your tummy. Find your cobra, your upward dog. We're going to meet in downward facing. So again, you decide it could be a walk or a little hop to the top of the mat. Finding your flat back. Breath in and folding back. Let's rise to stand. Oh, hands coming to hands. Beautiful team. Making us think. So I'm coming away from my furniture so I don't wibble wobble. So worried I was going to knock myself out. Okay, so lots of options here. You might just choose to twist your upper body and keep the feet on the floor. You might decide you want to move just the leg without adding the upper body. You decide. Let's have a little play. Right knee, we're going to lift. And then just bring the heel to your bottom. So you might stay here. Knee to chest. Heel to bottom. Or knee to chest. We twist to the right. Heel to bottom. We twist to the left. So as that knee comes up, we twist towards it. As the heel comes behind you, you twist away. Let's do that one more time. It's a little challenging, I know. Find your focus. This time, as you bring the knee up, we'll twist right, pause, left hand to knee, and reach the right arm back behind you. You can do all of this with the toes on the floor and the hand to the hip. If you're feeling really brave today, you can maybe look over that right shoulder. Lovely. Hands to heart and foot to floor. Woo, that's a challenge, hey? Give the legs a little shaky, shaky. So one side might feel very different to the other. So again, we might just move the upper body. We might just move the leg. We might add the two together. Let's have a play on the other side. So I start just moving the leg. Left knee comes up. Left heel comes behind you. We lift the knee. We kick the bottom. Adding on, we lift the knee. We twist to the left. We kick the bottom. We twist to the right. So finding that foundation through your supporting leg. One side's going to feel very different to the other. I can feel it. Let's do that one more time, slow and steady. Now this next time, we're going to twist to the left. Pause. Right hand to left knee. Left arm reaches back behind you. Maybe gazing over that left shoulder if you're feeling particularly brave in your balance today. Let's come back to center. Bringing the feet underneath you. Give the legs a shake. Did you find one side different to the other, I bet? Let's circle the arms up. Ah, we wobbled. Hopefully we smiled as we come down into that forward fold. Lifting up halfway, stepping back into your downward dog. And from downward dog, let's come down onto all fours. Option 2, separate your knees a little ways as you take a moment in child pose. Reaching the arms out in front of you. You can soften the elbows. Maybe you can bring the hands underneath your head to make a little pillow this morning to give you some support. The body to begin to settle. Slowly, let's lift up. These come together if you had them apart, so you can drop the hips to one side. Swish the legs around in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, let's sweep the arms up. Coming down into your forward fold again. Option to bend the knees. Hold on around the back of the thighs if that feels more comfortable. Full moon today as well, team. Ironically, I had a really good sleep last night. Normally I don't on a full moon. Strawberry moon called today. Strawberry moon. Let's roll our way up. It's making sure your heels are towards the top of your mat. Bringing the arms in front of you, rolling your way down, vertebrae by vertebrae, back into that lovely full body stretch we had at the beginning, arms above the head. Have a little wiggle, stretch away through the body there. And then go ahead and hug both knees up and in towards the chest. Just take them round in a circle. Gentle massage of your back against the floor. Around one way and then around the opposite direction. Let's bring that left foot down to the floor. Again, just have a little rock of your right knee from side to side, really gently now. Holding around the back of the leg, and take that leg up towards the ceiling. And just bring some movement into the ankle joint, point and flex, or a little roll of the joints. And with the flex foot, crossing right ankle over left knee, coming into your reclined pigeon. So you can keep your hips on the floor, you can pick up your left foot, you can hold around the back of that left thigh, or if you want more, you might need to lift your head and shoulders, so you can hold on around the front of that left shin, just below the knee. Head and shoulders then come back down to the floor. We're bringing that shin, that right shin, closer towards your chest. Pop a little flex in that right foot to keep the knee nice and safe, joints safe. Perhaps close down the eyes here. Let's release that left foot down to the floor. You can do this next one with both feet on the floor or crossing right leg over left leg. Arms come out level with the shoulders. I'm going to pick up my knees and then tip them over to the left. And use that left hand to gently guide them towards the floor. If that's too much, feel free to uncross the legs, take the knees further away from your chest. Roll back onto your back, so uncross everything. Again, have that little circle of your knees. Release through the spine, and then right foot comes to the floor. And take that left leg up towards the ceiling. Again, some movement into the joint. Rolling out the ankle. And then flexing the foot, left ankle over right knee this time. So again, you can hold behind the thigh if you're choosing to pick up the right foot. You can lift your head and shoulders up off the floor for a deeper hip opener. Hold just below your knee, onto the shin. Whatever we're doing, we should be able to keep any tension from our upper body, neck and shoulders there. Right foot comes down to the floor again. You can cross left leg over right leg, or keep both feet on the floor, stacking the joints as you twist over to the right this time. All the way back onto your back. So I'm crossing everything. Holding around the back of the legs now as you take both legs up towards the ceiling. Draw the toes down towards your face. Really bring your navel towards your spine so you can protect your low back. Pressing it down into the floor. Then allowing the heels to drop. If there's anything else you need to do before you find Shavasana, you might want to come into a little happy baby quickly. With soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, you might want to come straight to Shavasana, bringing the feet or the legs down to the floor in front of you. So we'll make our way there. Down for a few moments where the body can completely relax. Closing down the eyes. Body now to settle into stillness. Maybe the arms resting down by the side of you, or hand on the chest, hand on the belly perhaps. Place of comfort and connection with yourself. When you're ready, just beginning to bring a bit of movement back into your body. Moving your fingers, your toes. You might want to open up into a lovely full body stretch for a moment. And we'll all meet with the knees hugged into your chest. Time. rolling or turning to join me in a comfortable seated position. Let's close by bringing the hands together at the heart, dropping the chin down towards your chest. I leave you with this quote, maybe smile. A smile is happiness you'll find right under your nose. Let's take a big circle of the arms all the way out and up. Oh, happy, joyful June, team. Thank you for joining me today. Beautiful sunny day out there. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, team. Thank you. You twist and turns in that one.
Hi, thank you, Helen.